Next, to discuss the Rotary Club of Evansville, we have Kari Akin, who is also the district governor for the area. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about the Rotary Club. What does it do? I mean, what is it focusing on?
Sure. Our motto is service above self. So we began over 100 years ago, and it was a businessman in Chicago who wanted friends. He had moved to Chicago, so he started a club. And then they decided to use their influence and their funds to start doing projects. And the very first project was a public toilet in downtown Chicago back, I think it was 1913. So
a public toilet.
Yes.
That was their first project.
Yes. Yes.
And then they just continued, and then how it grew from there.
And then it grew, and now we're in over 200 countries.
Oh my gosh.
So it's amazing.
So how many Rotary chapters are there in our area?
So we have 38 clubs in our district, and our district is south of I-70. So if you cut Indiana at I-70, we have 38 clubs below I-70, and then except for one outlier, which is Brazil. We have 3 Rotarette clubs that are chapters in universities, and then we also have satellite clubs, which may not meet at the traditional time as most lunch or morning clubs. They may meet for happy hour in the evening.
So how do you become a member of the Rotary Club?
So you can go to a website. You can go to, it's myrotary.org, and you can look up any club in the whole world to attend, and most of the websites will direct you to become a member, or they'll have an application process on there. My home club is the Evansville Club. We are the largest in the state of Indiana, and we meet at noon. We also have our website. There's an application process on that as well. You do get voted in by our board, as some of the other we also have Evansville at night, and we have Warwick County that meets at the Country Club at Rolling Hills during lunch. So we have some other ones in the area. We have e-clubs as well. Some of them are not as strict for membership, like being voted in and stuff like that.
So if somebody wanted to be a member, then what are the expectations of a member? I mean, you have to come to lunch once a week, or is it?
Right. So every club is different. Rotary International decided to do away with the attendance policy just because people's time is just so crazy right now. So we don't have an attendance policy. If you want to come to the meetings, great. We meet weekly at lunch. We usually have service projects. For our service project is the big Santa run that's coming up on December 6th. We always need all hands on deck for that, whether you're a sponsor or whether you're a runner or a volunteer handing out hot chocolate. So, so all of them are so different. Most of them have business. Most of the lunchtime ones are more geared towards people in business because they do have a lunch period to be able to go to lunch, but some of the evening ones are geared more towards teachers and professionals that do not have a lunch time that they can leave their work.
So what are some of the local projects? I know you mentioned the Santa Run, but are you doing things all year?
Yes. So everyone, one of the great projects that being in the district, you can apply for a district grant. And Evansville at Night did this really great project. It was at Borrowed Hearts. They created a glamour room. Borrowed Hearts serves foster families. So the story that I heard when I was there is there was a 14-year-old placed in foster care. She's from Marion County. She got placed down here in Vanderburgh County. So she has, she's taken away from her friends and her community. And she went to Borrowed Hearts, and they gave her some outfits. And then she was still kind of sad. And one of the ladies said, "Have you checked out our glamour room?" So she was able to pick out nail polish and toiletries and things that teenage girls to make them feel beautiful and everything. And that really had cheered her up. She walked out a different person after that. So So that's one. We have Rotary North Woods. It's over by the old Lloyd pool area. We've built 2 habitat houses. We've also had the monkey ship. Actually, the monkey ship at Mesker Zoo was a project of Rotary in the 1930s. But we have so many different projects. I think the Evansville at Night, they're more service-based, so they do a monthly service project every year.
So it's a nice way to join a club and provide some community service.
Yes.
And help people. So there's a lot in there. It's a nice package.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So what other upcoming events do you have?
So we have, actually, this coming Saturday is our Rotary Nature Trail at Northwoods cleanup. So we're cleaning that up from 9 to 11:30. Our Santa Run is December 6th, and that is $30. You get a 5-piece Santa suit, photos with Santa, there's musical entertainment. The funding through that goes towards this year's grant application was YMCA of Southwestern Indiana. Let's Read by Grade 3 is they're our beneficiary. Also in February, if any nonprofit that wants to apply for our grant, you can apply for a grant up to $25,000, and that is a competitive process. But at the top 3 get to present to our Rotary Club. We also have educator grants that the applications will probably be open, I want to say in January, and that's for any teacher, parochial or public, that wants to apply for a small discretionary grant. That we all know that funding has become scarce, especially in the educational arena. So, and then one thing I did want to comment on is, as a district governor, one of my duties is I have to put on a district conference, and it just so happens that the district governor of Kentucky is Dorsey Ridley, and he is from Henderson, which is one of our partner clubs. So we are doing a joint district conference May 8th and 9th. It's at the Galt House in Louisville, and it's going to be a very social event. We have bourbon tastings, we're having a derby party. You can learn about Rotary and also network with Rotarians from Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee is partnering with us too. And it's open to anybody that wants to register for it, not just current Rotarians. And then, of course, our last one, the one that I'm looking forward to the most, is our Rotary International Convention, which is June 13th to 17th in Taipei, Taiwan. And that is also open to anyone, and you can find information
That's a big trip.
on the Rotary website. Yes.
So you mentioned the Rotary website. Is that the best way to find out information about Rotary?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes, the Rotary. We also have a lot of really great social media accounts. Our public image chair is amazing. She's won all types of awards for what she does for us on social media. So we have an Instagram, 6580, and then also a Facebook that covers all of the social media for our clubs in our district. But we also have, most clubs have their own Facebook sites as well. But my go-to is always just the myrotary.org, because it's linked to anything that you want, and it shows every single project that that clubs have entered in that they're working on. We like to focus on providing clean water, education, literacy, those types of items. And I can't forget polio. We just had World Polio Day. We are almost eradicated polio from the world, except for Pakistan and Afghanistan. Those are the only 2 countries left that are still seeing polio.
Well, lots of great projects. Thanks for the history and upcoming events.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.